Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Eerie Explorations. Earlier today we were driving down this old country road here near Greenup, Illinois, and we discovered this cemetery right off the side of the road. So we figured we'd check it out. It seems like a legit place to explore. Don't know much about its history, but we will definitely try to communicate with any kind of wandering spirits in the cemetery. And you will be joining us. All right, let's go and do this. Again, thanks for tuning in. So we're exploring Harmony Cemetery. That's the name of the cemetery. We don't know much about about the history of this place, but we're gonna go and walk around, do kind of a walk around. It's a kind of a big cemetery for not being well known, and the grass seems really thick. Doesn't it seem thick?
Yeah.
This seems like we're walking through. I don't know how to describe it, like turf.
Like a turf.
But there's like this really strange church over here. I'm gonna go over and research this. Bug just flew in my mouth. Ugh, not good. So as I mentioned, not much is known about this place. Just kind of gonna walk the perimeters. See what's up with this. So we're out by the road now. So we're gonna just go ahead and walk the perimeter, and then we'll do. I got a couple things that I would like to do, some experiments. We'll be able to see that here in a moment. We're just gonna go over here. So what kind of vibe do you ladies get?
What kind of vibe?
Yeah.
Nothing right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it seems pretty
peaceful.
pretty peaceful right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Just keep going. Let's kind of cut in the middle here and then. Seems like a really interesting cemetery. As I mentioned, not much known about it, but it's fun learning about it as we walk through this and investigate. Like previous videos walking through cemeteries, I don't like to film names on tombstones. So as we're going through the cemetery, not really experiencing anything out of the ordinary as far as paranormal or anything. You ladies feel anything?
Scared of
Huh?
coyotes.
You're what?
Scared of coyotes.
Oh, you'll hear them. Trust me. I don't think coyotes will be paying a visit to the cemetery. Over here, driving through the middle of the cemetery, we spotted a couple. Were they raccoons, Heather? There were a couple raccoons over here, right? Or
Nice.
yeah. So I'd like to do an experimentation. I'm gonna try to utilize like a trigger object. So I've brought a few toys with me. So I thought it'd be a really neat idea to try to communicate with a child that where their life was taken early, and maybe bring a little happiness, at least. So I just heard a sound over here. That was a strange little sound. Tell you what, it's pretty creepy. And it's very windy right now.
Person just died. You want to do this?
I don't know if I want to be disrespectful to somebody that just passed. I mean, I guess that would be a cool idea if I was kind of crazy and weird.
Let's see. So 15, 35 years old.
35. Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh, wait, right here? Or is this the High School Music?
So yeah, we're still investigating. It's a little windy, so if you hear wind, it's just because it's really windy right now. So I apologize if you can hear that or. All right, here's Lila Waldrop.
2.
Here's Pauline Waldrop. Is this 6 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, something bad happened to them.
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
Wait a minute.
That's October 4th, 17.
She was born the day she died. No. This had to be the same date. Oh my god. Oh my god, really?
On her birthday, she died.
Okay, so we can.
Let me see. Hold on. So she died on. She was born on that day, so they were together for 7 years. She was 7 years old when she died.
All right, so right now we found a tombstone of, it looks like a child, that actually 2 children that passed away in the same family. It looks like the ages of 2 and the age of 6. So we're going to conduct an experimentation by use of a trigger object. I actually got a couple toys, so we're going to try to use those and see what we can do to communicate with these children that didn't get to live their lives. Their lives were taken early. So here we go. We're going to try that right now. So All right, so as you can see, I have looks like a baby doll here for this 2-year-old. I had to name a Lila Waldrop, and then we have a Pauline Waldrop, and I've got a little fluffy little, looks like a bear here. We're going to use these toys as trigger objects and see what we can do to communicate. Once again, I'm going to use the spirit box, the PSB11 spirit box, dual channel, and we're going to see what we can do to communicate tonight. We're going to set both sweep rates to 100 milliseconds. Make those consistent. All right, so Leela or Lila or Pauline, are you here with us tonight? I brought you some toys, so I figured you might like that. I'm sorry that your lives were taken away. So this device here is going to allow you to communicate with us. I want to ask you some simple questions, very easy to, respond to, and I would like you to use it to communicate with us, okay? Use all the spirit that you have. So, Lila, you're 2 years old when you passed. I brought you a little baby, it looks like a little baby girl. Answer me if you can see that I brought this to you. Are you here with us, Lila? Use the spirit device, this device to communicate. Let us know that you're here with us. If you're here, say yes, Lila. Or Pauline, if you're here, say yes. Was that you? I think I heard somebody say maybe yes. Lila or Pauline, was that you?
How did you die?
Lila or Pauline, how did you die? As I mentioned earlier, I'm sorry that you passed away and at an early age. I brought you these toys for you to make you happy, and see if we can use these to communicate with you. Can you use your power to communicate with us? Lila, if you're here, can you move your baby doll? Give us a sign of your presence. Maybe knock your baby doll to the side. Pauline, if you're here, I bought you this good-looking fluff teddy bear. It looks like he's got a little hoodie on, and I got this for you. If you're here with me, I'd like you to maybe knock that one over. Give us a sign of your presence. If you're here, one of you or both of you, push down your respective toys.
Right here, it's cold.
It's freezing where I'm at. Like really cold.
Right here.
Does it feel cold?
Right here.
Like
Right
right
here.
next to me.
Oh yeah, it does seem a little
I'm freezing
cooler.
right now.
So Lila, Pauline, are you here? Are you standing next to my daughter Madison here? Because it looks like the temp gauge on this is going down too. If that's you, maybe kind of direct your attention back to the toys. If you're here with this, like give us a sign, move one of your toys.
Right here. Are you standing next to Madison?
It's actually pretty warm out here, so it's for it to be even 5 to 10 degrees cooler with this wind.
Well, it's just in one spot.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be kind of a push for it to just, I feel a little chill, but not enough to make it like 10 to 15 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So Lila, Pauline, are you here with us? Seems like you're giving us some signs, at least physically to Madison. Was that you trying to communicate? Pauline, are you here right now? If you're here with us, please speak through this. Use this device to communicate with us. I'll ask Pauline this. Pauline, what year did you die in? Pauline, are you here with us right now? What year did you die in?
How old are you? What's your name?
Polly. Did you go by Polly? Pauline?
So Pauline, with all the spiritual energy that you have, that you've built up, because it seems like we've felt your presence,
Let's go now.
knock your teddy bear down for us. Push it over, push it to its side.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that
not
would
there
be-
no more.
I think that would be interesting to have you push that over for us. So let us know that you're here. Did you want to communicate with us?
I'm gonna move the sweep rate.
Try the op.
We're going to move it to 150 milliseconds.
Sure.
All right, so Pauline, are you here with us right now? Was that you trying to communicate with us, Pauline? So Pauline, I have the bear sitting on top of your tombstone. Will you try to push that over for me?
It's their parents.
Yeah.
I think it's their parents.
Was that your parents that's
Is this
buried over there?
Earl and Nellie? Are these your little girls?
Is this Earl? That was the wind, I'm pretty sure. pretty windy right now, and it's not the most balanced animal. Pauline, we would like you to try to communicate with us. Don't be scared.
Is that Max?
Now it's not so windy anymore. Can
Yeah, I
you
know.
push that teddy bear over for us? Oh, yeah. Windy. Is that you, Pauline? Trying to come through the spear box here? We're gonna give you a few more seconds, okay? Nellie, are you here with us right now?
Temperature hasn't moved yet. Okay. The temperature hasn't moved yet.
Was that you trying to communicate? I think I just heard you speak through this. Nellie, are you here with us tonight? Nellie, are you going to be okay with us communicating with your, looks like your daughters tonight? I brought toys for them. Pauline, are you with us right now? I'm going to give you a few more seconds, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up and mark this off as you don't want to communicate with us. I just want to remind you that we're here to communicate with you. We're not here to hurt you or do anything that's going to hurt you or harm you. If you're here with me, tap me on my shoulder. Lila or Pauline, if you're here with me, can you please tap me on my shoulder? I don't think you want to communicate with us, do you? Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, we're going to actually stop this PSP 11 spirit box session, and I'm actually going to pull out the Necrophonic app and see what we can do to communicate with them with the app. It doesn't look like this is going to, they want to speak to this. Maybe they're scared of the
noise.
We're going to turn this off. Okay, so Lila and Pauline, I have another device that I want to use to try to communicate with you two. Do not be afraid of it. I want you to communicate and, you know, answer some simple questions that I'm going to ask you, okay? So, Pauline, we're noticing just looks like a few feet away from you, your parents are here. Do you know that? Pauline, just a few feet away from you, your parents lie here in the cemetery, and are you aware of that?
How old are you?
So, Pauline, how old are you?
Pauline, what's the last thing you remember? You're scared? Were you alone? Did you go and get Lily when it was her time, or Lila? That was very nice of you, so she wasn't alone.
Lila or Pauline, are you enjoying your toys that I gave to you? Or that I'm letting you play with right now? I heard something about light. Did you want us to turn the light off? So Pauline or Lila, with this one, I'm going to give you a few more, like maybe a minute or so to try to communicate with us, okay? I know it's asking a lot, so, you know, show us a sign of your presence. Maybe push one of your dolls over. Pauline, when you passed away, how old were you? Pauline, did you just say you were 10 when you passed away? Pauline, I heard you clearly say you were 10. It makes me sad to think that you say you died when you were 10, but looking at your tombstone here, it looks like you passed away when you were 6. So is some other young girl here with us that's 10 that passed away, and Pauline, you weren't here? Or you're not here with us right now?
Did your dad correct you and say that you were almost 7? Yeah, I heard you. I heard you say 10, then your dad said, no, almost 7.
Nellie, did you correct your daughter and say that she was almost 7?
Maybe an Earl.
Or Earl? I apologize, Earl. Now, Lila, Earl, can you tell me when Lila passed away, how old she was when she passed?
Yeah, that's right.
Earl, if you're here with us, it seems like you are answering questions for your daughters. Can you show us a sign of your presence? Maybe tap me on my shoulder or push one of these dolls over for us. Earl, what is your last name? What is your last name, Earl? Or Pauline, if you want to answer that question, what is your last name?
Did you tell me to turn around? Yes.
Is there somebody behind us? Who's behind us? All right, so Pauline or Earl or Nellie, if any of you want us to leave, I want you to say yes, okay? I didn't quite hear you. Can you speak up through this device? Do you want us to leave? right, so I'm gonna ask a couple more questions and we're gonna wrap this up, okay? Pauline, do you remember your, what year were you born in? Was that you, Lila? Lila, was that you speaking through this? No? Was that you, Pauline? Pauline, what year were you born in? Pauline, what year is it today? What year are we living in right now? Okay, so Pauline and Lila, Earl and Nellie, I think we're gonna call it quits, okay? We're gonna wrap this up. I do wanna thank you for any of the communication that we got through this device. Lila and Pauline, I'm very sorry that your lives were cut short. We do want you to remain, you know, at peace and rest in peace, and you know that we ask that you stay here and be with your parents, okay? We don't need you to follow us home. Would that be okay if we just ask you to stay here? Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up and we'll go from there. So apparently Heather and Madison were experiencing footsteps, so that's interesting. I didn't sense any footsteps or hear any of that, but I was closer to the device, so.
One area was cold.
One area was cold?
Right by me.
Yeah, I remember that. And then you said it got warmer, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Then
it's
it
one of the
came back.
children that was trying to communicate. Okay, so thanks again for tuning in. Looks like we've completed our investigation at Harmony Cemetery. It was very interesting. We walked around the cemetery, we explored it. The most important part was we communicated with let's see, Pauline, and it was Lila. And then I think her parents actually helped communicate with us through the devices. Really interesting stuff. Can't wait to get home and review the footage and see what we come up with. In the meantime, we do appreciate your support. We do look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, like and subscribe. And thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Eerie Explorations. Thank you again. Bye.